Good morning. It's January 7th. It's about 8:40 and I am making my coffee today. It's my first day of my snake juice diet. Second round, not second round, but I've been down 50 pounds. Now I'm going to go for 20 more pounds, probably somewhere around there. I'll be blogging every day a little bit and just letting you know how it goes throughout the day. I hope that I'm going to be able to splice these videos together. So today I slept in, which I don't normally do. I figured I could use the extra sleep and that I will just work when I would normally be wanting to eat something. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably be pretty pissed off when I have to be working at about 5 or 6 o'clock tonight because I like to get done a little bit earlier. But I'm going to show you a little bit of what I'm getting started with for the day, but I'm going to have to turn the camera around. So what I start out my day with is some black coffee. I use a French press. Today I'm using some Jackrabbit Java coffee from the Storyteller in Thermopolis, Wyoming. It's so good. You guys definitely stop in at the Storyteller if you get through Thermopolis. Grind it myself, because that's the way I like it. I add a teaspoon or so of this chaga mushroom powder to my coffee for the antioxidant benefits. You can look that up online if you want to. I used to put, when I first started doing the snake diet, not the snake diet because that's not what Cole recommends. However, when I started fasting, I would do bulletproof coffee with any combination of these items. I've weaned all of those out, but if you're needing a little bit of extra support, you can add a little bit of fat to your coffee. Just remember that whatever fat you put into your body, then when you are in ketosis, that fat is not coming off of your ass, it's coming out of your cup. So I don't use these anymore. And I will not be using them for this fast at all. I just wanted to show you them. So for today, I've got some things lined up that I could use. Some reishi mushroom powder tea. It's just kind of tastes like a regular Lipton tea. It's caffeine free. This is something I might take later this evening. I might use some bouillon cubes. I do have my own bone broth made. It's frozen today, but I might use that. I might use some of this tea, yerba mate tea. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's caffeinated as well. I don't take in any caffeine after 2 p.m. Got a whole bunch of teas that are legal for me on my diet. You can decide whatever's legal for you. I'm not going to take in anything that tastes sweet, because if I take in something that tastes sweet, I feel like that just sets me up for failure. So the other thing I didn't really mention yet on my Facebook Live was that I'll probably be doing several snake shots throughout the day. You can Google the recipe for a snake shot, but basically it's the unpasteurized apple cider vinegar, the lemon juice. Everything here is from Walmart. It's cheap. This is the organic lemon juice. Keep it in the refrigerator. It was only like $3 a bottle. I think maybe this is probably 3 or 4. This is maybe 3 or 4. I don't know how much this is, not too much. This will last you the rest of your lifetime. Anyway, it's about 2 or 3 tablespoons, I think, of each one, and however much cayenne pepper you can tolerate. Shoot it, drink it with water, chase it with water, and it really kind of gives you a nice pep throughout the day. So let's get this coffee and let's go get started on day 1 of my 20-pound fast. Okay, it's still day 1. It's 8:04 p.m. I showered and whatnot, and kind of going to recap the day a little bit here. So yesterday I got home from a girls' weekend, and I got home and I cleaned out all the holiday garbage. I cleaned out the Chex Mix, ice cream, whatever I could find that I thought was going to be a danger point for me. I cleaned out of the fridge. So I was feeling pretty good this morning when I went into this, and well, let's just say my computer was not working well, my internet was not working, my numbers were sucking, and 2:30 came around and I ate a piece of beef jerky. So I had beef jerky and some iced tea. I'm having some tea right now, some chamomile tea before I go to bed. So I guess I've been trying to wonder what to call this whole deal, but I think I'm going to call it a mixed fasting protocol. That way, you know, today wasn't a total loss. My carbohydrates should still be leaving, you know, the glucose store should be leaving my muscles and my liver. I should be coming up on ketosis here tomorrow or the next day, probably the next day, because I didn't do any activity today besides work. I slept in because I thought that was going to be a good idea. Turned out not to be such a great idea. I felt like I was behind all day, and I like to talk to my family in the evening, and so that kind of cut into my my family time. So today, I guess we went with the OMAD style of eating, and I'll call it's 1 meal a day. That's my one meal was the beef jerky and iced tea. So that's where I'm at today. I weighed 170.2 this morning. So my protocol is to weigh every morning the same, go to the bathroom, get on the scale, write it down on my calendar. I also have a fasting app that I use that keeps the trend, and you can export it in a CVS file. It's called The Fasting Secret if you want to get it. You don't have to, obviously. Notebook works just fine, but that way you can start seeing the trends. I was kind of cold and hot all day. I was a little sweaty, and then I was a little chilled, and I don't know, that's kind of normal for me, but I guess maybe what I'm thinking overall is I should have probably prepped my body a little bit better than having the carbohydrates that I had Sunday. I had quite a lot of carbs, and all weekend long, kind of just like going on, you know, the last hurrah kind of thing. So I did not make a 24-hour fast today, but I did do an OMAD intermittent fast. So this will be a mixed fasting protocol because, you know, sometimes you have some salt water. Some fasting protocols say you shouldn't have coffee. Some are intermittent. Some are ketogenic. Some are, when you do refeed, they do low carb, they do keto, they do regular South American diet, whatever. So let's just call this a mixed fasting protocol, and we'll just see what kind of results I can get. I'm still going to go for that 20 pounds, and I will check in tomorrow. Thanks.